This is the stock driver, which is included with every Stickerlite order. So while the power banks, the hubs, and the super hubs are brighter, they don't have the 6 lighting modes that are built into the stock driver. So it's a bit of a trade-off, but since you're getting the stock device anyways, you're never going to lose all of these modes if you ever want to switch back to it, or if you need something that's really small and portable. The flag here in my right hand is hooked up to the stock driver, whereas this one is hooked up to the power bank. Now the power bank has an adjustable brightness dial, so I'll be able to turn up the brightness. And now we can see at maximum brightness, it is significantly brighter than the stock device. So that's usually the main reason that you're gonna want to go with the hubs or the power banks for that extra brightness. The A-types have 2 different lighting modes, which are chosen by this 2-position switch on the top. So the first mode is just steady on mode. And then the second mode is a sound activated mode. Here it's lighting up in response to the sound of my voice, but it's all lighting up together as a unit. There's no individual segments lighting up. Whereas the B-types only have 1 lighting mode. This sound activated mode is the only mode. It's more dynamic than what's available on the A-types. So here you can see that all 5 segments are lighting up individually, incrementally in response to the volume of my voice. Whereas it's just lighting up all together at once. So when you're choosing between A and B, you have to pick between, do you want a more dynamic sound activated mode, or are you more interested in just having steady on and you're okay with a less dynamic sound activated mode? Now, while the B types don't have a steady on feature, all of the devices that we sell do have some sort of sound activated mode, right? And in order to adjust the sound activated mode to whatever situation you're in, there's going to be an adjustable microphone sensitivity dial. If you find yourself frequently in very loud environments, and then you adjust the microphone sensitivity to the easiest level, which makes it very susceptible to stimulation, it's technically always going to be lighting up. If we were in a very loud club right now, the Stickerlite bulb would be constantly illuminated because there's always loud things going on. In a way, you do sort of get the steady on mode in Power Bank B if you are in a loud environment. Another thing I want to say is if you find the noise that's coming out of the device and the panel to be a little bothersome, you have 2 options. You can either turn the brightness down to make it less noticeable, or you can use it in the sound activated mode. So when it's in the sound activated mode, it's only lighting up in response to other noises, which is going to mask the noise that the device is naturally emitting when it's working. The hubs, all 3 of them, have no internal battery. They require a USB Type-C cable for power, which is included with your order. Since this is a self-described hub, point is that while it does take 1 USB Type-C port for power, it's also going to give you another USB Type-C and USB Type-A on the back. So you don't need to worry about these devices hogging up your ports. When you use it, you'll be able to power another device. This outputs a maximum of 65 watts. Of course, it's going to require at least 65 watts on the input. You need to hook the hub up to a powerful device if you're expecting to also get power out of it. There's a lot of differences, but one of the more notable differences is that unlike Hub A and Hub B, the Super Hub does feature a MagSafe wireless charging module along the top. So you can just go ahead and slap your phone right there on top and it'll start wirelessly charging. We have 2 USB Type-C ports here on the front. By pressing this button, you're able to cycle through several screens here on the front that'll give you different information about the battery and what's going on, how much charge is left, how much power is being drawn, how much time before the battery is going to die. So there's just a ton of information available here. Even the cell voltage, how balanced the device is, the temperature, quite a lot of information, which is handy so you always know how much power you can have left. The power banks should have enough power to power the Stickerlite at full brightness for about 8 hours. As you see, there's a MagSafe wireless charger on top. You're able to use all of these functions simultaneously, charging your phone on top, powering the Stickerlite, and also charging or discharging via the ports. The other really exciting feature of the power bank is the implementation of a flashlight. So at the end of the night, when you're trying to find all your gear and get all your stuff cleaned up, you now have something that's way brighter than the flashlight on your phone. So 1 long press on this button and there you go. You are blinding people with this flashlight. And it also has adjustable brightness, so you can turn it up or down. So now here we have it at the minimum brightness, so it's not too bothersome. And then another long press is going to turn that way back up. And then just another double tap shuts that off. A bunch of switches that do a lot of different things, which I'm going to try to explain quickly here. So what this device is doing is it's kind of taking a lot of the features from the A-type and the B-type and combining them into 1 single device, which essentially has an infinite number of lighting modes because there's so many different ways that you can manipulate the switches to create different outcomes. So it's almost like a toy or an instrument with the different ways that you can play with it. So for example, we have 5 switches here and they each individually control the 5 segments of your Stickerlite. So by manipulating each switch, I'm able to individually control each of the letters. So P, R, I, E, cool. And for example, just like that, it now says pi. Great. When I flip it down, we now have the entire panel blinking. And then again, I can activate or disable certain segments of the panel by adjusting the switches. And now it's in a sound activated mode where it's utilizing all 5 segments of the panel. much like the Type B devices that we have. This button on top activates the blinking mode. So while now it's just blinking, if I flip some of these switches, we're able to make slight modifications to how it animates. I can adjust the speed of the blinking, completely disable the blinking, get it back into just the sound activated mode. Again, just having everything on. Look at that. Here we have 2 segments on, but the remaining 3 segments are in a sound activated mode. There's just an unlimited number of ways you can use this device to come up with different lighting animations and styles to either work with the microphone or have it blinking. It really just does way too many things, which is why I like to think of it as a toy. So thanks for watching. Now you hopefully understand all the differences between the various devices and how they can work and power your sticker light and give you different functionalities like wireless charging and extra additional ports. Really just a ton of different features available if you're willing to explore them. If you have any other questions, you should let us know, and thanks.